Like and subscribe my channel and share with those guys who want to learn SD-WAN. Thank you.
Okay, guys. So some basic SD-WAN you already know, but just to cover that why SD-WAN come into the picture. Previously, you know that MPLS was there, and everybody was using MPLS. So later on, some DMVPN introduced. So you know that every day you also got some pop-up in your mobile that application update and application update. So the graphics and the quality of application and the feature are day by day increasing. So if you talk about in corporate environment, so definitely they are also enhancing and improving day by day their office application also. So definitely the bandwidth required is getting high every day. So one of the mm, means the bandwidth requirement is high, so MPLS, you know that it's very costly. So now the people are adopting this new technology SD-WAN. Other factor also is also there that you can make the policy on the application level, and your monitoring is very fine. You can track that which user are using which application. Even you can use some REST API, some automation is also there. So other factor are also there. But if we talk about in a corporate, everything stuck on the budget. So if you are going to purchase one MPLS link, so it will be a very costly, but your internet link with a double bandwidth, it will be a very near about half budget. So we also deploying multiple projects, and we also analysis that the company reduce their cost to 30 to 40%. Even they have purchased new licensing and new devices. So this is the basic traditional network. Normally we use the management plane, control plane, data plane, right? So I believe everybody is clear about this data plane, management plane, control plane. So in SD-WAN you also see that management plane is different and control plane is this data plane is different. So now there is some comparison about the SD-WAN and traditional WAN. So as I mentioned that MPLS is expensive, right? And change management also was slow. That you need to verify the config and some testing in the lab. Limited visibility. In SD-WAN, you have full network visibility, you have analytics, centralized control, right? Cost benefit, and most of the time you see that in MPLS environment, your local, if you user want to run the internet, then their traffic will go to the hub. Their firewall will filter and inspect the traffic, then it will go out. But in SD-WAN, you can use any SASE solution and it will be a direct internet breakout, right? Any G-Scaler, Prisma, any other solution you are using. And basically it's a transport free. Either you can use SIM for those locations where some mountain link is not possible, and as a backup link, even the 5G SIM also giving a very better performance. So it's basically transport free. There is no dependence on transport. But in traditional, if you want to fine tune your network, and there should be MPLS, right? So, and one other thing, the zero touch deployment, which was not before on the traditional WAN. So all the SD-WAN vendor are also providing a zero touch provisioning. I'm talking about in general, not specific to the Velocloud. So as I mentioned that in SD-WAN, the operation, monitoring, analytics, you can do traffic engineering, application-based SLA, you have some integration with security, some integration with the cloud, AWS, Azure, right? So this kind of feature you get in SD-WAN. So everybody is exploring different vendor, and that's the beauty of SD-WAN, that multiple things you can do. Okay, and you know that near about 40 to 50 vendor in a market for SD-WAN, but there are some key players like Velocloud, Versa, Cisco, right, and Silver Peak. So, and now also the Kato is also coming to the picture, because some of the vendor also introducing the SASE. Previously in SD-WAN, 4 or 5 years back, for example, I'm using Cisco SD-WAN, and SASE I'm using security solution I'm using for the Zscaler. And same thing for Velocloud. In our project, we are also using one of the security solution, but that is not for the Velocloud. But nowadays, the SASE is also evolving. So we will talk about on our training something about the SASE, how, what the Velocloud is offering for the SASE. So Kato is also one of the player where they are providing a bundle of SD-WAN and SASE. So in Velocloud, we have three components. One is SD-WAN Edge and Gateway and the orchestrator. So Edge basically is Edge basically you can say is a data plane, and your gateway is a work like a RR, and orchestrator is your management plane, you can say. So basically this SD-WAN Edge, there are several different physical appliances available. The primary difference include the bandwidth, throughput, performance, and even you can deploy virtually, and even you can deploy in the cloud base. Virtually, you can we can see that VNF is also available. You can deploy on UCP and even on your VMware infra. If you ever seen that vCenter, something like that. We will do the lab on the EVNG, but you can also deploy on the VMware side. You can also deploy in the cloud base like AWS, Azure Marketplace. They provide the virtual images, and for example, you have some your application or your some virtual infrastructure hosted on the cloud. So where you can deploy as a branch and or a hub. So your user can use those application which is installed behind your Velocloud devices. So there's a three method, and as I mentioned that physically there are different version available according to the bandwidth capacity requirement. You need to choose that what is the throughput and what's your requirement. For example, that you need a 10 gig port, 1 gig port, how many LAN port you require, how many WAN port you require, and it's totally depend on your branch capacity, right? So
Yeah, so to add here, Sachin. So basically, guys, we have three type of components in the Velocloud SD-WAN, right? Overall architecture contains management plane, which is the VCO, Velocloud Orchestrator. Okay, that is the first thing from where we can manage all the devices within your SD-WAN fabric, right? Because this is the complete SD-WAN solution, so everything within that SD-WAN fabric can be managed to the orchestrator. That is the pure management plane. Even the configuration should be pushed from the orchestrator only. That's where you do in different SD-WAN as well. And in Velocloud, you have to create a config for any site. Once that site is activated, maybe the physical device of that particular site, once that is activated, that comes on the orchestrator. Okay, once that comes on the orchestrator, it will fetch all the configuration which you have pre-prepared, right, for that particular site, like host name, the routing, all those IP information which you have provided. So everything from the orchestrator only, right? And now the second component is Velocloud Gateway, that is called VCG. Okay, Velocloud Gateway works purely as a RR, a route reflector, right? So that is your control plane. Okay, so all the routes which are there within your SD-WAN fabric, controlled by Velocloud gateways, work as a RR. So it is responsible for giving you all the routes to the edges which are there on the side. So that's how control plane will look like within the SD-WAN, Velocloud SD-WAN. And the last component within the SD-WAN architecture is edge devices. These edge devices comes in multiple form factors, means physical, virtual, and even on the cloud gateways as well, like AWS, GCP, and those. Velocloud gateways are hosted into the Google Cloud now. Previously, it was in like AWS. Now, sorry, Azure. It is on Google only, right? So all the gateways of Velocloud are hosted in Google Cloud. Okay. Now comes to the physical devices. Physical devices, you have different models according to your requirement. So if you heard about the site categorization within your organization, maybe like within your organization, there may be small sites, maybe medium sites and large sites, how you categorize your sites, or maybe silver, bronze, or gold. That kind of hierarchy is also there, right? So that according to the site requirement, you fix on as device type, right? So maybe on the small site, you will be ending up because that is a basic requirement of a small site to have 100 Mbps connectivity of one of the circuit, or maybe other circuit. If you have two of them, then 200 Mbps, that will suffice your requirement from the site perspective, right? So in that case, you might be using 680N devices or 740. These are the VC models which are there in the Velocloud SD-WAN. Okay, those are sufficient for supporting these small sites. In the higher sites like medium or the large site, you might be using different models, like 800 is there, and new also are coming. So in the data center itself, you have now 3800 series. Okay, 3800 series, and then 4000 series is also
4,000,
there.
5,000,
So
yeah.
yeah, those all are series which are there in Velocloud as is, right? That works totally that totally depends on the how big your site is. Like if it is in a gold category or the platinum category, then you will be definitely getting more than overall bandwidth more than gig, right? Maybe 1 gig or 2 gig. So those are the data center devices are basically, right? So these are the different form factors and the physical devices available within the Velocloud SD-WAN. Okay, and according to your requirement, you fix those like standards, which site goes with which like a physical device. That's how you are going to do it, or maybe in your environment as well. These are the standards. Okay. Yeah. Sachin, go ahead.
Like and subscribe my channel and share with those guys who want to learn SD-WAN.